Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into Tegu Puberty, of course every Tegu owner's fear. Now there are some things I think we should go over, including, what really is Tegu Puberty, and then some tips and tricks to go along with it, just some general information that I think you should know while your Tegu is going through Tegu Puberty. So with all that being said, it's time to sit back, relax, dive into some Tegu content, Tegu content, and roll the intro. Kicking things off, I think it's pretty important to first dive into really what is Tegu Puberty. I did already make a full video going in depth what Tegu Puberty is. If you haven't watched it, I'll put a little card right there. But just to put into a little bit of a nutshell, Tegu Puberty is pretty much the sexual maturity of your Tegu. This happens at any course around the 6 to 10 month age is when you see your Tegu start going through that sexual maturity, and much like teenagers in puberty, they become, well, kind of a dick. Now, while your Tegu is going through Tegu Puberty, you will see some following signs that are not too fun, including just general defensiveness, huffing and puffing, of course that territorial stance, they get up on their hind legs to make sure their belly's off the ground, look real big and scary. Charging, just a couple of things that just really aren't fun for the Tegu owner. Pretty much your happy little puppy Tegu that you got turns into a real asshole, and that's just no fun, really. Diving into our next topic, let's get into it. It's gonna be number 2. How long does Tegu Puberty last? I'm sorry to tell you guys, unfortunately, there really is no clear timeline. Like, there's not an exact, it happens at 6 months and it ends at 11 months. Tegu Puberty really depends on the specific animal. Of course, there are some that actually don't really go through it, or just the level of not niceness really ranges from just complete asshole to not so bad. So generally you can expect Tegu Puberty to stop at around a couple of months after you see the signs. What really I found helps the most is, or at least what I found with mine, is he went through Tegu Puberty and then he was not nice for about 3 months, and then he went into brumation. And so after that, when we were about the, again in the March-April area, he finally woke up, and then he wasn't as much as just a big old... Yeah, he got a lot better once he woke up, so that seems to be a real cool thing, at least in my personal experience, is after brumation, they wake up and they're like, oh, hey man, sorry for being such a douche, I'm all good now. Moving on, let's get into number 3, what you should do while your Tegu is going through Tegu Puberty. I understand it can be a bit difficult maneuvering around Tegu Puberty when a Tegu is going through it. Getting into the enclosure, cleaning up poops, putting food in there, all seems to be a very difficult task while your Tegu is lunging and charging at you at full speed. The biggest things I recommend are wearing some sort of coat or flannel, just protecting your arms, and then some gloves will help out too. That way you have a little more confidence in you with your hands, because, if your Tegu's coming at you, you're like, oh, I don't want it to bite my hands, oh no! But if you got gloves on, really doesn't matter, because he's gonna bite and do this. They literally like whip around like it's like a mini alligator. It's really strange. That won't really matter because you're wearing some nice gloves on. Probably get some heavy duty like construction gloves. I wouldn't go in there with some mittens. That's it's not gonna help your case out too much. Just keep on keeping on, really, just the best you can. Make sure you're wearing protection so you don't get chewed up too bad. Making sure that husbandry is all good, making sure the animal is fed all nice. I found that during Tegu Puberty, when my Tegu was full, he was a little bit nicer, though when he was a little bit hungry, he that attitude got 10 times as worse as it would be without food. Or with food. You know what I mean. Lastly, before we wrap up this video, is going to be number 4. Don't become discouraged about really what's happening right now. This is a real crappy situation to be in, and just all in all, not a fun experience. It is not permanent. This is only a temporary thing. Like I said, usually lasts a couple of months to a few months, and then your Tegu will go back to just not having this big old attitude. He'll become the happy-go-lucky Tegu he was before. Really, the whole thing is just perseverance and just getting through the horrible couple of months that is going to happen when Tegu is going through Tegu Puberty. Alright folks, that is going to wrap it up for today. I guess it's time to start my outro, but after the outro, we'll be giving some real life examples of Tegus and Tegu Puberty, and really what you should do when your Tegu is just not very friendly. Of course, huge shout out to Zen Habitats. If you're unfamiliar with Zen Habitats, they make beautiful enclosures like this one right here. Wow! That is a very nice enclosure. Of course, the 4-foot by 2-foot by 2-foot option would be great for a juvenile to subadult Tegu. They'll have plenty of room, would be a nice looking enclosure, and once he outgrows it, you can just give it to another one of your crazy reptiles. Bearded dragons, leopard geckos. They have a multitude of different products for a multitude of different animal needs. It's a really nice enclosure. Shipping comes in with the price. Looks good, is good for the animal. What more could you ask for out of a custom enclosure? Now, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Zen Habitats or potentially buying an enclosure, you can go right down there in the description at the link below where you can find it. Then of course we have all the other good stuff down there as well, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We've got merch, people, rad merch, and then lastly, Patreon. Patreon.com/DBCB where you get the up-to-date info of everything that's happening within DBCB Exotics. This includes the plethora of my breeding products going on. You know, we got Aki monitors, Argus monitors, ball pythons, we've got Tokay geckos, New Caledonian stuff, we've got a multitude of different things. Of course, it is breeding season right now, so you definitely don't want to miss it. It starts as low as $1 a month. Man, $1 a month. What a steal. That's about it. Your credits gonna be in here, but before we roll those credits, let's check out Hobbs and see what does a mean Tegu really look like. Here we've got Mr. Hobbs, of course, the infamous Tegu, who always seems to have an attitude with me, and I don't really know why, to be honest with you. But you can see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I got the glove on this hand. There we got the charging. He does not like cameras. He always tries to attack them. Macy huffing and puffing. Boy. Now the problem is, you can't really pet Hobbs. See, he's got the charging thing on lockdown. He wants to bite my hand. Just stay under the chin. Oh my god, he wants to bite. If I move, he's gonna chomp. What do I do? Oh no. Oh. Outsmarted. See, he just constantly thinks my hand is food, and that... Yep. The life of a Tegu owner. Now he's pissed because he couldn't eat me. Welcome to, you know, you see all these videos of like these happy-go-lucky Tegus, and then there's my Tegu. It's just spicy. Just, Hobbs is nothing more than a spicy Tegu, and I dig it. It's a little bit more exciting than just like the lazy average Tegu. He keeps me on my toes. A couple days ago I had him out and he like full-on just charged me and like bit onto my shirt and then like did a gator roll. Good stuff. Hobbs, always an exciting time. Well, that's about it. Okay, let's roll the credits.